the 10 Commandments. The march of the Israelites through the desert in the glaring sun was not easy. There were problems of food and water, attacks of fierce desert tribes, but in all these problems, God watched over his people. Every morning, they collected a white, fine, flake-like frost, which appeared on the ground throughout the camps. It was a substitute for bread to eat, and it was called manna, bread from heaven. When the people longed for meat to eat, thousands and thousands of quail flew into the camp. When they were thirsty, Moses struck water from a rock. Another time at his hand, stagnant, dirty water became fresh and cool. A battle was won through the prayers of Moses. In all this, through all their problems, God was constantly attentive to his people in spite of their constant complaining. After 3 months of wandering, they finally came to the holy mountain, Mount Sinai. When the camp was settled at the foot of the mountain, Moses went up into the mountain. Here on the holy mountain, God spoke with him. When Moses returned from the mountain, he gave this message from God to the people. I have brought you out of Egypt, said God. I have taken you apart from all other peoples, said God. I want to make you my people, said God. If you will hear my voice and keep my law, you will be my special possession. You shall be to me a holy nation, said God. Hearing with one voice, they responded, we will do all the things that the Lord shall speak. For 3 days, the whole people prepared for the coming of the Lord. On the morning of the 3rd day, as the people were approaching the mountain, thunder rolled and lightning flashed. There followed the sound of trumpets, which grew louder and louder. God's presence seemed to light up the whole mountain. It was aglow with fire. The people trembled with fear. They moved back away from the mountain and cried to Moses, let God not speak to us, lest we die. Moses then himself moved up the mountain a short distance, and he spoke to God on behalf of the people. The people could hear God's thundering voice speaking to Moses, but they could not understand the words. God himself was giving Moses the law, the 10 Commandments. Moses, returning, told the people all that the law had said, all that God had taught him about the commandments. And they replied, we will obey the commandments. We will obey the Lord. The covenant the Lord made with the people that day was inscribed in a book. A burnt offering was made to seal the covenant. And Moses took the blood of the offering and sprinkled it over the people as a sign of the covenant, crying out, here is the blood of the covenant which the Lord has made with you. What was the covenant? The covenant meant obeying the laws of God, which included the 10 Commandments. These commandments were for all Israel and for all humanity, humanity of all nations and for all times.